All right, happy Memorial Day out there. Back to tearing this 944 V8 car apart some more. I was able to finagle some things around, like the fuel pressure regulator and the belt and some other stuff underneath, so we could drop the engine down enough to get the bell housing out. And hooray, we actually did it. Bell housing is out. So here it is. Here's the inside. Don't really see much wrong there. This all seems to work right. Bearing looks good. So it's got a little rust on it, or whatever. Cat came over to inspect it. What do you think, Cat? Will it be okay? But underneath, something looks a little strange. Now, the camera will be able to see this better than me. Let me see if I can get it up in here. There seems to be something. I kind of see three surfaces when I look through that hole that should be just for the nose of the crank, but there's something. I don't think that thing should be right at the beginning of the splines. It's like almost touching the clutch there, or maybe it is touching the clutch. Maybe that's part of our problem. So the next thing to do is going to be pull the clutch bolts and pull the clutch off. This is real fun laying on the ground doing this. I suppose it could be worse. It could be out in the driveway or something, but it's I can get it off, but getting it back on and getting the clutch bolts and the flywheel bolts torqued is going to be a little bit of a challenge, laying under here with limited room and not much room for a long bar to torque the things with. So I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Alright, got the clutch off, and I don't see anything wrong with it. Surface looks good. Clutch looks good. None of the springs look broke or anything. It hasn't even gotten hot. It's still got the stickers on it. There's one thing we got to check on though. The pilot bearing is actually a roller bearing. And you know, the flywheel looks good. Don't see anything wrong with that either. But since we're in this far, we should take it off and take it out and get it balanced. But I don't seem to remember the bearing sticking up out of here like that. I'll have to look at the picture archive and see if it is like that. Can't imagine how or why it would have backed out, but here's our tool for lining the clutch. You can see it goes in and out of there real easy, like a lot easier than I expected it would be. And that's basically the same size as the nose of this one. This one has a bit more wear on it though. All right, on to the next thing. All right, so we got the bell housing off today, we got the clutch off today, we got the flywheel off today. Don't really see anything wrong yet. A little heat spot on the flywheel though. Not quite sure what that's all about, but I'm going to send this to the machine shop and have them balance the flywheel and the clutch before we put it back in. And I did check the pictures, and in my original pictures of putting this thing together, the pilot bearing was flush with that protruded part on the back of the crank. And if you look here, it's actually kind of a circular mark around here. It's probably where the pilot bearing inner race, I guess, or maybe the outer race was making contact with the front of the clutch. So that's kind of a problem. Not sure why. Well, let's go under and take a look. So in reality, the pilot bearing has walked out. Probably about an 1/8 inch or so. You can see like this much here. It's actually probably more than 1/8 of an inch. This outer race of this bearing was flush with this in the pictures from when I was putting it together. So that's a bit of a mystery of how or why that would have happened. So I'm confused about that. So, and it's not like it would have, you know, been stuck on the nose of the drive shaft or anything, because that fits with, you know, it's got tons of wiggle room. So not sure what's up with that. We'll talk to some people tomorrow and find out if anybody has any answers. But for now, I think that's about it. Happy Memorial Day, everybody.